I do my foundation routine in the summer. The foundation, highlighter, blush, the whole 9 yards. So stay tuned for how to get this look. So the first step of my summer foundation routine is priming the skin. My favorite primer is from Too Faced. It's called Primed and Poreless. So what I do is I just get a pea-sized of that and kind of get it onto the skin using little tapping motions and really just concentrating it on my T-zone, a little bit on the forehead and chin, any areas where I normally tend to get a little bit more oily. I have kind of normal skin, but in the summertime I tend to be a little bit more oily, and in the wintertime I tend to be a little bit more dry. So I've kind of had to cater my foundation routine with the weather. It's been like 100 degrees the past couple of days, and my face was literally just melting off. So what I've been doing before my primer is hydrating my skin, and what I'm using is just a lightweight serum. This is Kinerace Hydra Boost. It's just like a lightweight, sinks right into the skin and gives me all the moisture that I need. And normally I would do a cream, but I can't get away with it any longer because it's so hot. Then I usually follow that with my sunscreen, and what I'm using is from Shiseido. It's an SPF of 55. I think sunscreen is very important, especially in the summertime. So I get all that on there, and then I prime my skin, and then the next thing is my foundation. I use NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in the summer. I really like it. It's got great coverage, and it really wears well. It'll be with me all day, and I don't need a lot at all. I'm just going to get about that much, and dip my HD Platinum airbrush and get that going onto the skin. Just kind of buffing it in little circular motions and working it really in. The color that I'm using of the Sheer Glow is Syracuse. So I'm just kind of working that in and really getting it buffed into the skin with this airbrush. Okay, I keep my foundation pretty light in the summer because, you know, with all the heat it tends to get really cakey. And I'm going to do a little bit of concealer under the eyes. I'm using one from Benefit. It's called Erase Paste. The color is number 3, Deep. Just going to take a little bit of a synthetic concealer brush, get a little bit of my product, and tap that right on. This is really, really concentrated, so I'm only using the smallest amount. And I'm going to kind of bring it down. And then I use my fingers to kind of do the rest of it, kind of warm it up, and really get it into the skin. I find that if you use too much of this concealer, it tends to get that little like line. But if you use just a tiny bit, you still get great coverage, and it stays smooth all day. Okay. Now that I've done that, I'm going to move on to my blush and my highlighter. My blush is going to be from NARS, and it is called Lovejoy. It's this really pretty, bronzy, kind of gold-toned color, and it really, really works good for just contouring my cheek. Usually when you have a medium to darker skin tone, blush kind of looks a little bit unnatural because I don't normally blush. So when I do a bronzy color like this, it just kind of contours my cheek for me. I'm just going to get that going right on the cheek and pulling it up, kind of starting right here and then just blending it right down onto my cheekbone. And I'm just using a contouring brush from Sephora. It's part of their new IT line. I've snagged a couple of these brushes and I'm really liking them. They're super, super lightweight and ergonomical, so I really like playing around with these. Okay, now that I've got my Lovejoy on there, I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting, and I'm going to go in with the same brush. I'm just going to wipe it off with a tissue, and I'm going to use a NARS highlighter. This is the Orgasm Illuminator. It's just a really sheer, pretty, pinky, gold-toned. I'm going to take literally that much, so small. And dip my brush into it and just pull a little bit right through here. Just gives a hint of a glow. I take just a little bit more and pull that onto the forehead, a little bit down the nose, and on the chin. Okay. I'm going to finish off with one of my favorite lip glosses, NARS. Can you tell I like NARS? This color is called Sandpiper, and it's a bronzy, pink toned, kind of working with the whole theme. And I'm just going to do a little bit of that. Okay, so to set my makeup, I don't use powder. A lot of people do like powder. A really good one is the HD powder from Makeup Forever. I actually just set mine with a setting spray, just a regular toner, to kind of just get all the powderiness off my face, help my makeup sink in, and just really stay with me. The one I'm going to use is just, just a regular toner. This one's from Jurlique. It's called Rosewater Mist. And I'm just going to get a nice spray on there. It smells really good too. Let it kind of sit, and that is the final look. Alright, so this is the final face. Light, easy for summer, wears well too. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing. Bye.
Blush, eyeliner, hush, see what you made me do.